What's up? With the end of another month, that means that we have a whole bunch of new data to unpack so that we can properly make sense of the real estate market here in the Greater Toronto Area. To start us off, we will browse over the total level of sales for the month of June 2023, which sat at 7,481 units in total. This number is down almost 17% from a month prior in May 2023, but this is totally normal activity. I want to make that clear for the summer season at least, right? Usually demand and people looking for homes each year dips around June, July, and August, and then picks back up again for a couple months in September and in the fall. We also have to look at the interest rate outlook and where those are sitting at right now, and whether or not the Bank of Canada will be changing these on July 12th when they meet next. There are quite a bit of people that are kind of holding off and seeing what decision they come to. Right now, it seems as though there is a 50-50 chance on whether they hold rates where they are or increase them another 25 basis points. CEO Tim Hudak of OREA, which is the Ontario Real Estate Association, he believes that we are going to be staying put on the rates right now, while some other economists in the market believe that rates will be further pushed up in July. So let's see what happens. I personally think that they've increased them enough and that these increases have been working. That's because the latest inflation reading came in at 3.4% for the month of May, and it would be 2.5% if we excluded the expensive mortgage costs out there right now. There have been some news articles that have recently surfaced that basically highlight the reasons for why the last hike that we had in June and any future hikes may be a mistake. I can link them down below, but again, let's see what happens in 2 days here. In terms of the most attractive units for residents of the GTA to purchase, you can see the breakdown here. Detached properties and condos were the most actively traded in the marketplace, and the most popular price point for each asset class was $1 million to $1.5 million for detached homes and $500,000 to $700,000 for condos. That will lead us into the average prices for the month of June 2023. If you have a look at my screen here, you'll see that in the 416 area code, which is Toronto, the average price came in at $1.785 million for detached properties, $1.4 million for semis, $1.033 mil for townhomes, and condos rounded out the list at $770,000. The average price point across the GTA was almost unchanged from a month prior when you are combining all asset classes, and it was down slightly at 1.15%. With all this said, there are still opportunities to be had out there, right? Since buyer sentiment has kind of slowly changed and people are kind of taking a break and looking what the Bank of Canada is going to be doing at their next meeting, you can then browse without having the same level of competition in the market from a couple of months ago, and that's where you can find a deal, right? But really keep that in mind and stay on your own timeline and control what you can control. I want to conclude with population growth here in Canada, which is only making the housing crisis here worse. We already don't have enough inventory as it is. But as of June 16th, 2023, we now have 40 million people in our country that are permanent residents, right? Figuring out a place for all of these people to live is so beyond challenging, coupled with the fact that new housing starts are lagging behind drastically right now. There was a home in my neighborhood that was recently approved for a multiplex conversion, right? It's going to be spanning over 4,200 square feet, and that means the place will have 4 brand new tenants opposed to the 2 people that were living in the house before. So new units are being created this way, which I think is good, but you have the NIMBYs and not in my backyard people that don't want this to happen. So if you don't want more inventory being brought to the market this way, what is the solution? I'll leave you with that thought there. We are at the end of the video. I really hope that you found value from the content today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and we will get those questions answered for you. Until next time, remember to trust the process and fall in love with your journey.